Hmm. All right, let's see. GM, everyone. So let's get started with our morning NFT update. Hang on one second. I always got to start with the Ethereum OpenSea Dune Analytics by Richard. Hang on, I just gotta tell some people that I am streaming. Okay, cool. So let's look at our daily volume. Not looking too good. We have been still steadily decreasing since we peaked in January, which kind of explains this market that we're having with NFTs right now. Oh, today's officially March, so interesting enough, the monthly volume for February was about as much as January, where we had our local peak. Okay. So you probably just had the volume, or I guess, yeah, the monthly NFTs, the volume of NFTs was probably spread out a little bit more. And then monthly active traders went down slightly. Last month we had 546,000. Well, January, the month before last month. And then last month we had about 529,000 monthly traders. But the total OpenSea traders over time on Ethereum is still in this insane upward peak. Polygon last month also similar. I think we're going to see more games come out on Polygon though, and IMX. So this might change in the higher trend in the next following months. So monthly active traders have been kind of in a steady decline on Polygon, and then you're starting to see it curve flatter. Let's look at, I haven't really looked at DeFi for a while, but this could be interesting. So this is DeFi monthly active users by Jeff T. Shaw. So this is OpenSea monthly active users, which we just looked at. Uniswap monthly active users is kind of like in a steady decline since May of last year. And that kind of makes sense because we had a huge NFT summer slash year last year. And these are the 1-inch and 0x active users. We kind of peaked out in October, November last year for the 1-inch, and then November and December for 0x. SushiSwap has definitely been on decline since November. Looks Rare, well, that's more NFTs, but about the same in the last 2 months because it launched in the last 2 months. And there's really only about 27,000-ish users. Balancer peaked in December, October. So basically, people are using DeFi less. Some of these starting from last May, some of these starting from last winter. DYDX really went down. Yeah. Oh, this is from last year, since March and April. Interesting. Okay, so now let's check out Crypto Slam. Hey, what up? Hey Phil, hey Ben, good morning. We are now on Crypto Slam looking at all of the crypto, or sorry, the NFT market. um, so this is by sales volume in the last 24 hours, and Invisible Friends is still number one with about $4.7 million in sales. Wonder Pals is kind of like keeping its holding its own, 3.5 million. Satoshi Runners, NFT Worlds, Axie. Okay, Pixelmon, I don't know why it's still up here, which is kind of ridiculous, and I'll go more into that later. Huxley, Freelanders, Metroverse. So this one looks interesting too. Basically, any kind of digital land NFT is interesting. Crobata, which is on the Avalanche blockchain. So, yeah, everything's about the 1 million to 4.7 million, like the top 20, top 19. Starcatcher's not doing too good, and they just minted, I believe it was last week, very recently. Somehow Dented Fields is doing better than them, and I guess that kind of shows like drama in the space is very lucrative. And Webland is kind of up there. Interesting. Cool Cats, unfortunately, has been very slow. They're still working on the game. Although at this point, I think by the time the game comes out, the market will be different. So that'll be interesting to see. Capsule, Quirkies. I think Quirkies also recently minted. Yeah, and these are some of the older ones. Okay, wait, where's the... Oh, here we go. Okay, so these are blockchains by NFT sales volume in the last 24 hours. Ethereum is still like almost 10 times the sales volume of Solana, which is number two. So in Ethereum, we had almost $50 million in sales volume since like yesterday, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, Polygon is not even a million. Avalanche is even doing better than Polygon, which is interesting because this is a L1 and this is like a side chain. Flow and Ronin are doing better than Polygon, which is also interesting because Polygon is actually supported on OpenSea and none of these other ones are. Okay, so now let's get the floor prices. Invisible Friends, 5.8, which is still kind of like painful for everyone that bought at 15, 18 on mint day. Wonder Pals is kind of coming back up a little bit. They minted and peaked at like 1.5, maybe 2 ETH, because I sold mine around 1.2, 1.3. And these minted for like really cheap, like 0.08, I want to say. Satoshi Runners, these keep making the headlines. Yes, agreed. Avalanche volume for NFTs is like 99% Crobata NFT sales. Do you have any, Ben? So I've been looking at it, but I don't think I want to bridge over just to get it. Okay, let's see what Satoshi Runners is. So it's a collection of 7777, and seems like they've been trending upwards since they released end of February. Let's see if any oh, they're unranked right now. So this must be the pump pre-reveal. This one could be an interesting ride to play. Hard to say though. Pixelated things are really popular, but they're also really overdone. NFT world's still healthy double digits. Huxley Comics, interesting, there's 27,000 of them with a very low owner base or owner count, aka not a really good distribution. So this is a slightly better distribution, and this is even better for Satoshi runners. Bored Apes are at 87, down from like 105 just a few weeks ago. Pixelmon, for some reason, is gaining to 0.42, which is insane. It's like, because 70 million on mint day wasn't enough for a team that basically like hired Upwork artists. Anyways, that's cool. You'll have to show me like the game next time because I haven't really seen the actual gameplay. Three landers 1.5. I think three landers are gonna have another pump at some point because the artist, like the individual artist, has done pretty well on their one-of-ones. I believe they have like a foundation profile. Let's see. So it's by 3Landboy NFT Stubby. This is, yeah, so Palma's the artist. Let's see how well his works usually go for. So he's on Super Rare and he's on Foundation. Oh, so he's only got one. List price 420.69. Do it for the culture. I don't know if this one's already been bought. Oh, so he gets an offer, accepted an offer for 2 ETH, and then his foundation last sold for 4.5, 4.55, 0.79, 1.2. Yeah, so I would say three landers, one landers. Three landers I feel like could bump up to 4 ETH. I mean, they got pretty close. They got to like 2.59. So I think once enough owners accumulate, like unique owners accumulate this, and they see its previous work, I think this one could have another pump. Metroverse at 2.05. Rubber Duck Bath Party. This one just minted as well. Did not get whitelist on it. So sad. I don't remember what their mint price was, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was anywhere between like 0.08 to 0.15. Sandbox is 3.25. Dented feels so much drama. It's at 0.25. So it's actually gone down like 59%. Do not care for the art. Do not care for the drama. It is such a toxic little part of the NFT space that I just don't want to touch it. Azuki 10.25. So the play here could have been to sell the cat at 15 and rotate into Azuki at 8. Because Azuki did fall below 10. It went to like, I want to say 7 almost in like the last month or so. Doodles still at 11.24. So the thing with Doodles is they got these spaceships that each doodle could mint, but like somehow the spaceship was tied with the doodle so that if you sold one, you sold both. And apparently like a couple of people didn't know about this, and they were trying to sell what they thought was just the spaceship for like, 3 to 5 ETH, and it ended up like selling both the spaceship and the doodles. So, yeah, that happened. The Sunnies collection by a team in Seattle, and they also minted, I think yesterday for 0.08, 0.08, yeah. And now wait, was it 0.08? Why does it say up at like 1,000%? This one I did not think was gonna do super well. Mostly, oh, so now, oh, somebody sold a top 10% for 0.09? Yikes. A lot of rare ones are getting swept right now. Let's see. Here's another top 10%. Sold for 0.1. Yeah, so I didn't think this one's going to do as well as like Wonder Pals and Star Catchers on day one. Mostly because they didn't have a big follower base, and I don't know, there just wasn't that much activity around them. Anyways, oh, so GI Toads, they minted, I want to say yesterday, and supposedly there's like, it's like you can also mint cryptos in there. I don't really know what the deal is, but I just heard a lot of hype around it in some of these group chats I'm in. They're definitely in collaboration with cryptodes. So it's, yeah, right now it's the pre-reveal hype. And the artist is the guy who did Nyan Cat. So there's something for you. Worldwide Webland went up to 2.5. Oh, interesting. Wrapped Ether Rock is making a comeback at number 22 for the small price of $299. Ugly sweaters, that's cute. 0.4. MFers dipping 56%. I'm always curious, like if you bought MFers at, well, let's see. Come on, OpenSea, work. Okay, so the peak was 6. What are you thinking when you see this giant run up? Like the person that bought at 6, did they really think it was just going to be up only? Anyways. Listen, half is the best of us. World of Women, 9.2. Oh my god, okay, so Lives of Kevin. This is like such a meme collection. Basically with Pixelmon, well, I'll show you in the news cycle. Hang on, where was it? Okay, so with Pixelmon, right, they minted out at 3 ETH, which is about $2,900, and the floor price at the time of writing was 0.36. So basically, the project raised $70 million on launch, and then people accused them of rugging because the reveal was ugly. It was ugly AF, super subpar quality. Apparently, this was the roadmap that they had been marketing to everyone to buy, and looks cool, right? It's like the Pokemon of NFTs. And then what actually came out? Did they show a picture? What actually came out is something that looks like this. And I'll see if I can find a bigger picture. Because it was just atrocious. Yeah. This is the reveal. So do with it what you will. And people are calling it a heist. And it just became a meme. And now they're making derivative projects of one, the Kevin MFer, and Lives of Kevin. So if you want to buy a meme, that's a great meme. Ethereal Art, I know I mentioned their project before in my previous videos. They recently minted, and I just felt it was super cash grabby at the end. It started out great, and then I don't know what happened with the team or with the artist, but I guess they felt like they deserved a 0.2 mint, which is insane. Or maybe it was like 0.25 public sale, 0.2 pre-sale. Either way, that's just cash grab territory. And I stayed away from that project. And they don't seem to be doing too well. So lesson is, don't be cash grabby. Just don't. And now here's another derivative, Kevin Punks. So I think it's Kevin season in NFT land. Let's see. Quirkies, this one came out recently. Yeah, these are some of like the older ones. Ugh, Cool Pets, 1.45. So sad. So sad. Alright, and then real quick, let's see what's minting. I'm gonna refresh this. Mm. I wonder, okay, we should like, I wonder how long it's gonna take, how many years from now, where you won't see a single ape project on the minting. Every day there is some kind of ape derivative, and I just want to let the new founders, the future founders of NFT projects know there's like a million other animal species available. Anyways, oh, the rubber ducky one, that one is still minting, it looks like, so that's good. There's still some volume on it. Sunnies are still minting. Okay, so they might have another little push after they're done minting. Space Doodles, this is the thing I was telling you about earlier with the spaceship. That kind of sucks though. Like, why would you create a drop for your holders and then have it attached to the original NFT? It's like, what if you want to be able to sell it off separately? Because that's kind of, I don't know, the whole point. I know I'd be pissed if that happened. Yeah. And then I guess we can go over a couple of news things. So apparently, like Metaverse is still a thing. They're getting 187 million from South Korea to stimulate the growth of a metaverse platform that it hopes businesses and industries will thrive in. I'm kind of over it, but apparently not these VC chads. I'm just kidding. I think it's just like me being salty that I'm like priced out of the most popular digital land projects, but that's fine. And I think that's about it. And that's the latest and greatest, y'all. So yeah, if you like the stream, make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. My handle is DeFi Bay. And I'll see you guys next time. Okay. Oh, so my next stream is gonna be either Thursday or Friday this week. I do like 2 weeks, so I'll be putting on my Twitter. That's why you should follow me on Twitter. But yeah, okay, I gotta get ready for my throat ultrasound. Alright. Bye, guys.